Welcome back, everybody. The moment we all been waiting for. Okay, here we go. So before we get into this is my first time seeing this. I literally jumped on as soon as it got posted, and I'm not going to read it unless we're reading it here live on YouTube. So as soon as we're done with this, post down below. Tell us what you think. Now, keep in mind, this is the beta. Things are subject to change, okay? So upon this release, the beta will get released, meaning you can play it right away if you opt into the beta. If you actually want to wait until the beta is over, meaning you don't like betas, you want to wait till it's fully released, you will have to wait until the said time is basically done, until they make sure all the bugs are done. So things are subject to change. I keep saying subject, I don't know why. But anyway, subject to change. So meaning that this is the start of it, meaning they could reverse, they could change, they could get rid of things if people don't like it, okay? So just to confirm that, let's talk about it and then go from there. So here we go. All right, so I'm kind of excited. I don't know what to expect, but nonetheless, let's see what happens. Okay, so posted by Scott Hansen, as you know, my previous video yesterday that I talked about. This is a follow-up video posted 14 minutes ago. Welcome to the quality of life plus a little drama beta. An extravagant stage has been constructed, waiting for the survivors to uncover its story. A number of quality of life changes has also been added, but most notably, a number of world settings have been added to allow for the relaxed preset, which is similar to the Don't Starve Pocket Edition's No Sweat game mode. I'm going to keep reading. Instructions on how to opt into the beta can be found here. A little drama changes. The survivors can use the stage to show off a little bit for whoever is watching. The survivors can don special special costumes to help them tell all the stories. Costumes can be found in the Briar's set piece. Added the mannequins to hold and show off their equipment. The stage and Briar's set pieces will automatically be added into existing worlds. Okay. Playstyles, game mode, and preset changes. Added a new preset Relax, similar to the game. Survivors will be damaged but not killed by starving, freezing, overheating, and from the darkness. Survivors will take 35% less damage from all the sources. Hound waves and shadow creatures from low sanity are set to less. Ghosts can revive at the floor pause during the world reset with not. Okay. Wildfires are disabled. Game mode presets, intention changes. Add a server playstyle indicator, which is determined by the world settings. Users will pick a playstyle when creating a new server, which will apply to the appropriate preset world settings. The playstyle indicator will be displayed in the server browser, as it always is. Changing the world settings will update the playstyle indicator. The settings controlled by the Wilderness and Endless game modes can now be set in the world settings. Wilderness and Endless modes have been converted to presets. Existing worlds will be retrofitted. The presets No Giants here has been removed. Existing worlds will not be affected by this. Server intention has been removed. Social, cooperative. Oh, that's so good that that's been removed. I don't even think that needed to be there in the first place. This is crazy. I talked about this before. I mentioned that there should be more or less kind of an introductory to Don't Starve Together to make it easier for those that are just getting into the game that have no idea what's going on. This is perfect. A relaxed game mode where somebody just joins in. It's not going to hurt them if they want to just try it out for the first few times, whether they're doing it solo or not, especially if you're coming from single player Don't Starve. I mean, obviously single player Don't Starve is hard, but Don't Starve Together, in my opinion, is a lot harder because it offers a lot more bosses and a lot more entities that could kill you. So that's really cool that Klei did this. I mean, awesome. Great job. Okay. New world settings, temperature damage, default, non-lethal will damage. Okay. Hunger damage, default, darkness damage. These are basically things that they've added that you can change in the world settings. Max health penalty, spawn mode. If survivors should spawn at the floor postern or at a random location, survivor death. If you will turn into a ghost or be brought back to the survivor selection menu. Ghost sanity drain controls if there will be sanity drain for all players. Oh, this is so good. Do you want to know why this is so good? Because if you're playing as... The reason why I play on Endless is for this specific reason. If I play on Survival and everybody dies, the whole world will reset. But the problem is when you die as a ghost on Survival and say somebody just stays AFK, they're consistently draining everybody's sanity on the world. So this is really cool. You can actually play Survival now. And if somebody dies, that's not a huge problem. But yeah, death reset timer controls how long you have before the world regenerates. Basic resources, if basic resources such as saplings and berry bushes should respawn over time. Quality of life changes. Recipe cards can now be found throughout the world. Reading a card will say the recipe for a crockpot dish. That's pretty awesome. Recipe cards can be found in the Tumbleweed's grave, sunken chest, and some boons. That's really cool. Food and crockpot changes. Added a tallbird egg crockpot recipe. Added 2 egg crockpot recipes. Added 2 beefalo feed crockpot recipes. Adjusted the stuffed fish heads and veggie burgers cooking priority to prevent multiple results. Reduced the banana shake spoilage time. Reduced the frozen banana daiquiri spoilage time. It can no longer be made with meat or fish. The priority was also adjusted to remove the random chance. Ice cream is now classified as goodies. Beefalo can now eat roasted birch nuts. If a fire pit or a campfire is fueled to the max stage, it will drop a charcoal when the fire goes out. Oh, that's cool. So it kind of is fueled to the max stage, so it kind of gives you back a little bit. Now that's kind of interesting. Added information while it goes to help new players learn how to revive and indicate if the reviving at the floor postern is enabled. So this is all like really good stuff for new players. Added the Turf Razor helm, a new helmet that you can get from the Antlion. Turf Razor helm, what the hell? That's so cool. I can't wait to see that. Community feedback, tweaks, and changes. Added a loading protection, which will protect survivors while the game is loading from things like transferring to the caves. The cartographer's desk can now erase blueprints, tackle, adverts, sketch, etc. Update the Scarecrow skin selection UI. Added cooking, fishing, and farming themes boons to the world generation. Ancient stonework turf blueprint can now be found via distilled knowledge. Digging up the turf in the ruins will now give the turf object. Ruins turf and imitation ruins turf blueprints can now be crafted. Tall birds without a nest will now make a new nest, but only on rocky or dirt turf. Okay. Added the snazzy pitchfork, golden. Okay. That's actually kind of interesting. I like that because I've been using like a ton of pitchforks recently on my Megabase world. Increase the number of uses of the tent and siesta lean-to to better reflect their crafting cost. Oh my gosh. I wonder how much more we get from that. The camper's tent now restores health at the same rate as a tent. Okay. The straw roll will now restore some health while sleeping. The furry roll will now affect your body temperature while sleeping. Trail mix can now be made with raw birch nuts. Oh, kind of interesting. The tin fishing bin now holds up to 20 fish. The tin fishing bin can now be built on dock tiles. The bookcase can now be used to open skin gifts. Okay, I like that. The insulated pack and seed pack are no longer burnable. Okay. Added a confirmation pop-up to reset the now button when all players are dead. Improved how the camera behaves when zooming out all the way. Using this steeped lunar essence on the Wobster mound will mutate into Moonglass Mound. The distortion setting has been changed to control the intensity, which is cool because I actually already used that to remove that anyways. The Lazy Forger can now be repaired with Nightmare Fuel. Oh, now that is nice. I really like that. That's really cool. All right. Fixed a save load bug. Fixed a bug where gobblers and the crabby merms will no longer tolerate their non-wort leader murdering fish. And fix a bunch of things. Notes for modders. Reveal hidden content. Okay, this is just something. And then view full update. So this is a major quality of life update. Now, most of this obviously goes towards improving. You know, things regarding, I guess, new players, really? Like, I mean, the whole relax setting is all really towards new players. But nonetheless, it's interesting because they've kind of incorporated that, but also added the ability for us to really customize the world even more. So all these customization settings are really unique. You know, for me, being somebody that's already played Don't Starve Together a ton, I like this because it kind of encourages new players to jump on and Don't Starve Together, whether they play relaxed settings or not. It's just more cool things. Now, a few things that stand out for me big time, I would probably say the fire pit's giving you back charcoal. You're going to be getting let's see, what other things that I'm scrolling down here. The Lazy Forager refueling is really cool. The camper's tent and the regular tent giving you more uses. Tall birds regenerating their nests. So just like a lot of random things. I haven't seen anything. The whole like a little drama changes. I can't talk about that yet because I haven't experienced it, so I have to try it out. The survivors can now use the stage to show off a little bit of whoever is watching. Costumes can now be found in the Briar set. So I don't know what the costumes are all about. I don't know about the hat for the antlion, so we're gonna have to take a look at that and see how that is. But nonetheless, this is just to talk about it. Go out there, experience the beta. I'm gonna go experience the beta. And we'll reconvene and probably another day or two when I'm finally having a chance to kind of look at it and see what else what's out there, and it looks like there's probably even more stuff after this, because I know that they talked about it and Joe mentioned other things than just this. So stay tuned for even more cool things coming from Klei. So nonetheless, thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Tell me what you think about this if you have a chance to experience the beta. But anyways, I'll see you in a bit. Thanks again for watching.